Hello. Here are some tips to keeping your sanity while being home alone. For one thing, make sure you have a really good internet connection because you don't want to. There might be a lot of people in the building using the internet, and that might mean that you have low connectivity and have to, watch things freeze and buffer. And another tip. You may be tempted to go to the bathroom 20 or 30 times a day because you have your own toilet and it's private. But if you do that, you will lose the ability to hold your poop during the day while at work. So I advise you to keep your poops down to 5 or 6 per day. Also, this is a good time to do some soul searching and decide why it is that you keep random bits of things around the house like this that have no functional purpose whatsoever, but you still never quite throw them away just in case they could be useful. This would be a great time to throw them away. Also, today is the goodest time as ever to find what it is that's inside of this wrapper of some kind of food. Smells chocolate-like that I found, and eat it and just see what happens.
And some are only doing food operations, no educators there, no students there. We have a very small number of people.
Another thing you can do is pretend you're in a 1970s horror movie and zoom in and out over and over really quickly. That's something to do for a little while. So inventing things that need to be invented. For instance, it's been a few thousand years since we've come up with a replacement for the fork, knife, and spoon, but they're really out of date. And I'm using this glove. What I'm going to do is create a hand utensil with webbed fingers for the spoon part and a serrated edge on the side for the knife part, and then pointy fingers for the fork part, so you can actually eat with your fingers, and you don't have to, and you can throw it into the wash after you're done. So it's reusable. It's incredibly innovative, and it gets back to really using your hands for the food. And I shall call it the fork, glove, or spoon or knife, something like that, something catchier. But that'll be on the market soon. An observation: they always tell you to cough into your elbow, which makes sense, but now they're also telling you to bump elbows with people to meet them. And that is now the way that COVID-19 is clearly spreading. And yes, I am wearing a costume for some reason in this little scene. You know, there's a place that's still open with a counter takeout because the brewery. And as you know, beer is still an essential commodity, according to Massachusetts government. So they have beer, and it's a brew. They sell coffee too. It's a little cafe, so they do have takeout coffee that you can order, but only cold brew, which is really weird because right behind the person at the counter, I can see those big coffee pots, and want to know, well, why can't you just make coffee? It's right there, and they were like, well, we do it on Saturday and Sunday. For some reason, they have hot coffee. Otherwise, you have to buy cold brew, and it's cold outside, so cold brew's a little awkward for me in this time. I'm not trying to make a big deal out, but it's like, why can't you just make some coffee? And they're like, yeah, I'd really like to make you coffee now. Got the coffee maker, but the virus. I mean, I'd love to make coffee for you, but the virus. Would you like a cold brew? Another fun thing to do while you're stuck at home is thread needles or buttons with thread onto clothes that you never get around to doing when you're when you're off in your daily routine going to work and so forth. And I don't mean like put buttons where they're supposed to go on pants and things that lose them, but it's just randomly thread buttons onto any place on your clothes. You can do this at home when you have a little spare time. You're sitting around, not sure what to do, and you can end up with buttons on all your clothes all over the place. That's something I like to do. Just another little life hack for sheltering in place. I really want to reach out and uplift people's spirits, but my original plan of hosting a big community twister party at the Old Folks Center had to be canceled. So I was thinking, oh God, touch my face. So sorry about that. I hope you're okay. Random improv interpretive dance would be just the thing to help us get through this pandemic. So here goes.